Well, welcome into this very exciting episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Starts, and with me today is Mrs. South Dakota International and founder of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide, Mrs. Charlotte Rupp. Charlotte, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Well, it's great to be on camera again this morning. We just came off the local KOTA and KEVN news program where we're obviously talking about Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. But I wanted you to talk about how special this week has been, the opportunities that we've been given, and why rally is so important to the mission as a whole.
Absolutely. This week's been great. We've been super busy up at the rally at Hose Clemens Customs. We've been up at Indian, just promoting Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. And it is so important in the rally because a lot of the guys that are up here riding are from other states and are veterans too. So it's good to be able to reach out to them and let them know that we're here to help them as well. We've got some great events coming up. Tomorrow's a big one for us. We've been handing out water like crazy. It's just been great.
Yeah, well, and a huge shout out to our sponsors, Cufflinks.com and Captain Jack's RV Park and Resort down there in Summersville, Missouri, for helping us to do just that. I mean, without our sponsors, we're not able to put out over 1,000 bottles of cold water into the hands of thirsty patrons of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, and to spread the word of OCVS nationwide and really worldwide with this opportunity. So we're very blessed to be not just from South Dakota, but to have this opportunity out here in the Black Hills to drive it home. Also want to thank KOTA and KEVN news programs for having us on this morning and helping us to promote everything as well. Charlotte, what is the big vision here for Operation Combating Veteran Suicide? We talked about some of the little stuff that you do. We know you're boots on the ground, literally putting guys back to work and helping with those things. But I know there's a big dream to this. So why don't we share a little bit about that?
Yeah, we are very excited. We're hoping by spring to be looking at breaking ground for a apartment complex that will be just for veterans, and it will be their own housing, their own place where they can, get reintegrated back into the communities, whether it's just coming out of the military or if they've just had a step back in life that they need a little extra help, that they'll be able to work with us, and we're going to have just everything they need on site in a complex here, hoping between Box Elder and Rapid. And we are going to just make that their place where they can go and they can live and have people like their own there, and also support for them within the buildings.
I think that's really important, and obviously the Black Hills community at large has a lot to do, with veterans and supporting veterans. Obviously, Ellsworth Air Force Base is right here in the Box Elder area, actually just a few blocks away, really, from where we're at here. But the big mission, big operations take big contributions. And that's really what Rally has been about for us, looking at national brands and having conversations with organizations outside of South Dakota that also have ties to us because of the Rally. Places like Indian Motorcycle and Harley Davidson and some of our great nationally based veteran programs. Yep. We've been having a lot of conversations and spreading the word around here. What is we're talking millions of dollars at the end of the day to do this. Why is it important to have the right partners involved with that as well?
Because it's going to be continually and ongoing. We've already talked about what our next state is after, we are housed and live here in South Dakota, and this is always going to be our home, but we are going to then start moving to other states. We've got some connections that we're already looking at different states. So, yes, we're starting here, but this is a national project that we are going to move forward on. So it's never going to end for needing donations. It's never going to end for the support for our veterans. Even if I build the community in every town, the veterans are still going to need employment help. They're still going to need boots. They're still going to need all those other things. I can build their houses for them, but I need the rest done too. They still need the other parts of their lives helped out with.
Well, and the housing units are meant to be a transition. So you're always going to have new people that are needing to come into the housing units and people that are leaving as well. Right. And I think the big dream is that, that these become ways for veterans to help other veterans as well. That as guys are coming through, that they move into more leadership roles and are able to help people that are just coming in and doing this. So there's such a long-term vision with it. I know we're really just getting started, and that's why it was such a major push during the 85th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, a record-breaking year here in South Dakota, to really just get the word out, meet as many people as we can, put as many of our marketing materials into their hands, getting people to the website to know who we are, and then also utilizing all of the different avenues of media and social media and our podcast, obviously, as a vessel to deliver this message.
Absolutely. And our community that's supporting us here so much. We're doing events with them. They're calling us to come out and hang out with them, so that we can get the word out there. And it's so important that we continue that and keep growing those partnerships as we are.
Definitely. And you had mentioned them before, but Hose Clamps Custom is a new organization, has become not just friends, but major supporters of what we're doing. I don't know if we'll turn the episode around fast enough because we have so much planning to do, but August 7th, we're hosting a very big benefit fundraiser for not just us, but for a member of their community that, befallen some hard times, was in a pretty bad motorcycle. Do you want to share a little bit about Lucky and their situation? Because that's going to require some funds and some contributions as well.
So Hose Clamps Custom has an employee, and he left the shop on last Friday and was heading home and on his motorcycle, of course, and he was struck by a vehicle that pulled out in front of him. It shattered everything on the right side of his body. He's already had one surgery, and I think today's the next one. I have to check again. It's all rolling together. But he's already had his hip replaced and his shoulder. He's fairly concussed, still having a little bit of hard time finding words, maybe doesn't know everybody, and kind of loops a little bit with, the thought process. But he is a single gentleman, just started working for him like less than 30 days ago, but a really great guy, and has just been hugely a supporter of mine, being down there and helping and doing. So really sad. He's going to be in the hospital quite a long time. But we're raising funds for him too, to keep him on his feet here. He had just, started kind of making that comeback had fallen on some hard times and then got a really good job, and unfortunately this happened. Right.
Well, and then that's a big thing with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide, is that it's not just about people that are on the verge. It's about helping gentlemen like Lucky, who, if all these medical bills stack up and we don't contribute now, that becomes another statistic down the road possibly, right?
Absolutely.
So it's about helping everyone. It's about helping those in need, and it's not quite limited. And we've talked a little bit about, helping the community, whether they're veterans or not. We have so many organizations that are veteran adjacent as well, right? A lot of veteran orgs have included first responders now, which I think is really cool. And just supporting our community, whether it's at Hose Clamps Custom or whether it's just someone in the community that's fallen on hard times. I think what we want to do is to help people that maybe don't know how to go about putting together these events and helping to raise money, and then always having the Operation Combating Veteran Suicide name out there. I think that's very beneficial to all of us.
It is very beneficial for us to have our name involved in anything we can, but also to show our support to the community. They're supporting us, and we will continue to support them back. If we're not doing that, we're truly not a great partner, and we will continue to be a great partner with the communities that we are in.
Definitely. Well, you've been a great partner for the Scene Projects. I've loved working with you. We talk all the time. We spend a lot of time online and on the phone, and it's been a blessing this week, Charlotte, to get to spend so much time with you and Casey, and to see the good that you're doing, to see the relationships you've built with your veterans. Yeah, and that's exactly how they are my veterans. And I think we can all take a little bit more ownership in that, because it makes it seem like it's not something that's not of us, right? It is of us. These military veterans here in the United States have sacrificed so much for us to enjoy all of these freedoms that we get to have, that we get to come to Sturgis and express, right? And everybody gets to go and ride free and live free. Well, we have to remember the people that gave us that freedom, and that is our United States military veterans. So a big shout out to all of our veterans. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And Charlotte, anything that you want to add before we jump out of here today?
I just want to thank you. It's a new partnership for you and I. I'm a few months old now, and it has been amazing. And I appreciate what you've done and brought to us. I appreciate just your compassion and jumping in with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide and just bringing us to that next level. So again, thank you to you for what you've done.
Well, I think we look pretty good together.
We do. We absolutely do.
Well, everybody, you can go and you can donate. You can find out more information, oc-vs.com. You can obviously find out more about the Scene Projects at thesceneprojects.com. You're going to see a lot more of this branding together. We're going to be out promoting the cause and supporting other causes around the country for many, many years to come. This is just the beginning of a really beautiful partnership. And I think we proved that this week. I think we proved that what we're doing is important. I think we have shown people that we have the motivation and the wherewithal to not just do this for a year or two, but to build something and to build a community around this organization that keeps it going for 50, 60, 70 years into the future, long after we have gone and stepped down and can't do the events anymore. So thank you, Charlotte, for everything that you've done for your veterans and for us as well. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
For everyone else, thank you for tuning into The Scene. Remember to like and subscribe, and go find Operation Combating Veteran Suicide online as well.